Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing okay today and that you're ready for some writing. I'm not sure if I'm ready, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I honestly look at my keyboard right now in fear. I'm not even kidding, I am in like the worst writing slump I have been in, I think. Like, oh my god, it's really bad. It's never been this bad before, but like, just the thought of writing something is like making me feel scared and anxious. Like, it feels there's like a complete block that is just Also, might be nobody. Hi there over on Twitch. I'm so happy to see someone on Twitch every time, like, because Twitch is very new for me. I started for context. I started out on YouTube, hence why you might see a couple of messages from there, because my community is bigger there. So I'm so happy every time I see someone over on Twitch. Yeah, so welcome. But yeah, I am feeling slightly nervous. I haven't written anything, like not a single word, since the last writing stream, which was, I think it's been over a month since last time actually, because we are not on time, I believe. So yeah, it's a bit daunting. It's very daunting, and I am very nervous. I don't know what it is, because I contemplated writing on something different today to just sort of release the block, but even that, because I just thought out a whole new story. I'm super excited about that new story, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to write that story. But when I think the thought like, oh, maybe I should sit down and write that, I just shrivel up, like, nope, can't do it. And that's bad, like, even when a new story doesn't do anything for me, like, that's bad. So I know I say this every time, but guys, this might be the stream where I just sit and stare at my screen for the full stream. Because I don't know if I have it in me anymore, guys. I think I might have lost the writing ability here. I don't know. Something is wrong. Hopefully the knowledge of people watching me might help me. I don't know. I really hope so, but or if I actually take a look at my text and like read what I have written before and see that, hey, this isn't so bad. Maybe? I don't know. Have you guys ever had this sort of bad writing slump before? Because it's not fun. I can tell you that. It is not fun. It is frustrating, because I want to be productive, especially since my dream publishing house in Sweden has opened up for manuscripts. I mean, I'm nowhere near being done on my first draft, so they're gonna close it probably before I even get there. But I would want to be able to write towards that goal now that I see that, hey, they actually do open up sometimes. And they are even searching for romantic stories, which is exactly what I'm writing. So I'm like, oh, that would have been perfect. But I can't even write. Come on, we expect the clickety-clacks, the pressure is on. Oh my god. Dude, it's clear that you are not a writer, but hey, you're a mod, so I appreciate you anyway, but but yeah, I will try to click the clack, but we will see how things go. It feels very daunting and terrifying though, but I'm gonna do my best, of course. Also, I know that we spoke of last time that I might like put up a word counter. Haven't done that. I was contemplating doing that before the stream now, but I completely forgot about it, so that ain't happening today, guys. I will try to do it once the stream is over, just so I have it prepared for next time. But yeah, I I completely forgot about that, and then I had like 10 minutes to set the stream up, and I was like, oh, because I might have overslept a little, because I'm not used to going up this early. I usually wake up at this time, so... But I thought, hey, the early bird catch the worm, is that how it goes? So, yeah. Word count is an illusion. Indeed, it is. Especially since I'm contemplating deleting words before I even start writing words. So, yeah. Was playing Genshin, so almost midstream. Why am I not surprised about that, Kimberly? It's good to know that I am not the only scatterbrain in this community, my god. Yeah, it's a good thing you did check Discord. Discord is great. Tips for Might Be Nobody. Join my Discord if you want announcements from me. It's a really good place to be. Especially since I just realized that I forgot to write anything on the community tab on YouTube as well. I'm such a great VTuber. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional, guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, shall we just rip the bandage off and get going? For those of you who are new here, what we do is we have had the intro now, and now we're going to write for... I'm going to set a timer, so we're going to write for 25 minutes, and then we take a break, and probably a stretcher break as well. I just realized I don't have a stretcher break message for this scene either. I like I said, I am a professional, guys. I know what I'm doing here. But yeah, then we take a little break, talk a little bit about how it went and such, and stretch a bit, and then we write for 25 minutes more, and then we wrap up. So that's how this usually goes. But yeah, I'm gonna just check so that my phone is ready first, because we want to be somewhat in sync with the timers. So there, I have it open. And then we put this up. Yeah, that's right. I am going to be very focused, even though it's gonna go horribly this time, but I am trying to focus on this, so I will read chat after the sprint. Yes, Duder, thank you for posting the link to my Discord. That is great. Good mod. Pat pat. Gold star. But yeah, I usually don't read chat at all during the sprints, so if you're not writing yourself, which I highly encourage you to do, then just hang out with people in chat, relax, listen to the clickety-clackety, just have a good time, really. Alright, I'm going to start the timer now, so good luck everyone and have fun. Alright, good job everyone. First sprint done. I got some writing done at least. It wasn't a complete mess, so yay. Yeah, over already. I am a bit happy that it's over. I had to like fight for every word written there. Like, oh my god, this is tough, guys. It's never been this bad for me before, but it's really, really bad. Ah! But I mean, this proves that I still can write, even though it is difficult. So, yay! Oh, and you're doing a new story, creating new characters, Kimberly. Managed to get a look of some of my characters done. Still need to name them though. Oh, naming. Naming is the bane of my existence. Like, no. Names in general. And I especially hate it when people are asking me for help, like, oh, what should I name this? Or what should I name this character or this story? And I'm like, you're asking me? I barely know what to name my own characters. Like, I don't know. Names are not my thing. And I have a like few names that I like, that I kind of want to use for everything, but when you're writing different stories, you kind of want to at least spread out the names a bit. But yeah, and for some reason also, which is funny, a lot of my characters I have noticed in both this story and the one that I wrote before, but that I have basically put on a shelf for now. A lot of them are named like Lou something. Like my main character in this one is named Lucy, and I had both a Lucia and my god, I completely forgot his name. Luneth. So it's like a lot of Lou. And I'm like, I'm starting to notice a pattern. Oh, Lucienne as well. I'm noticing a pattern. Apparently I like Lou. I don't know why. Let's hope you can push through it. It's all in your head. Yeah, I know. It's but that's the difficult part. Like, yeah, it's all in my head, but I mean, my head is very much a part of me and who I am. So I mean, if my head is fighting, my whole body is fighting, you know? It's it would have been easier to push through, like, oh, my fingers hurt when I write. Yeah, but push through it, you weakling. Like, but when it's your head, it's difficult. It's very difficult. Lolly likes lewd. No, I do not. I mean, that depends. It very much depends. I do like some spice in my books, I do, but no, I would not say that I like lewd. No. Oh my god. But yeah, it is tough. I'm gonna actually look at, even though I don't have a word count that I can write down here, I still want to check my progress just to see. So we're gonna see. Feels like it's not as much as I usually write, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a bit lower than what I usually do during these sprints, but still okay. 481 words, so that is decent. That is definitely decent. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. But yeah, I had to fight for every single one of those words, and it feels very unnatural to write this way. Like, it's like the story feels very stiff, and I don't know. But maybe it's okay. Maybe it's still okay. It helps that I have at least some idea what I want to happen this chapter a little bit for at least a while. Probably not a full chapter, I don't really know, but for a while I have a clue of where I wanted to go. But yeah, it's still difficult. Like, even if I have an idea of where I wanted to go, it's tough. It's real tough. But hey, writing gets done here anyway, and that's good. And that is, like I said, I'm happy that I managed to write anything. I was scared that I was going to just stare at the screen for the whole thing. So yeah, I just hope I can write something with these characters I created. Mood. That's basically how I do stories. Like, I get characters first, and a very vague event that they are in, and then I'm like, well, how do I get a story from this? It's funny. And what's funny about this story that I have in mind that I kind of wanted to start today, but I didn't because I'm being a good lolly. I'm not starting a new story before I'm finished with the one I'm writing on. But that story is basically, it was supposed to be a standalone, very like simple concept and everything. And then all of a sudden it became a prequel to another story I want to tell, and it became a lot more difficult and convoluted. I think I'm incapable of writing simple, guys. I feel like my style is just to overcomplicate things. I don't know. So, yeah. To be fair, Lola is probably the most prude person I know. Yeah, I really am. I don't know. Some people in my mod group tends to believe that I am like this super lewd person because they have seen some of the stuff that I'm reading. But yeah, I'm also like very certain that I am probably on the ace spectrum. So no, I'm not really lewd. I'm really not. Even though I can enjoy spice in stories, but that's mostly because I enjoy romance, and that can be a part of that. But like, I actually read a book once. I don't remember. I think it was called, I don't know what it was called in English, so I'm just gonna do a direct translation, like the Vampire Bride or something like that. The Vampire's Bride, I think it was called. I thought it was gonna be a romance, like, because I was very much in my Twilight era, and yeah, so I thought it was gonna be like another Twilight, and I was excited about it, and then it was basically all smut, and I was so disappointed because there was no story, there was no love story, there was no, like, okay, there was a story, but that was very much in the background for the smut, and I was like, this is not what I wanted. So yeah, don't really have a plan yet. That is completely fine, Kimberly. Like, that's yeah, that's how I always start stories. I get like one scene in my head and then I work from there. Like with this story that I'm writing right now, it's basically started with my two male leads being together and like I don't really remember because I've changed that scene around a lot, but I think it was at one of them's home, and basically they were like kissing and stuff, and the vampire of them wore silver, so the vampire got hurt whenever he tried to kiss him, and it was like, oh no, I removed this, and like it was a really funny, cute and romantic scene, and it's basically started from there. I'm not even near that scene. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna keep that scene, but that's where my story started. So yeah, and also that my main character all of a sudden decided, hey, I'm the main character, because even before that, earlier, it was a very generic vampire falls in love with a human story, and my current main character was the gay best friend. So, you know. I will never forget though that this story with Lucy kind of started with two naked guys in a motel room. It wasn't the motel room that came first, actually. The motel room came after. But yeah, you have probably not heard about how it actually started, but yeah, it was more cutesy romantic rather than the motel scene. But yeah, the motel scene is very much a mile point. Is that what I call it? I'm not even sure. How do I speak English? But yeah, like a point I want to get to, because that's basically where their relationship is going to shift. But yeah, we'll see. It will be interesting. But yeah, it's very far from being anything romantic right now. So I'm starting to question: can I even call this a romantasy? Because there is no freaking romance. It's a slow burn, that's for sure. Because they are not even near each other right now, and haven't been for a while. But hey, I've heard people like slow burns. I like slow burns. Like, it's the best thing ever when nothing happens for ever, and then all of a sudden they touch pinky fingers, and it's like, ah, you know. Oh my god. So yeah, I think it's about time for a stretcher break, guys. I don't have the stretcher break message because we are on the wrong scene for that. So, you know. Maybe they could just run into each other in the woods, then smut. No! No! Absolutely not! That's not how we do this. Yes, Kimberly, I am very off in romance land. I am a romantic person, or I don't really know if I myself am romantic, but I am a romance enjoyer, specifically romantasy. I think it's lovely that that's a genre that is growing very popular lately, because I'm here for it. I love it. Yeah, I just love all things romantic. Like, one of my favorite movie genres is romantic comedy. I don't care if it's cheesy, I don't care if it's dumb, I don't care if it's low quality. I'm here for it. So yeah, it's a comfort for me. I just love shipping people, fictional people. That is, I think that is, yeah, that is very fun. Oh, you don't like rom-com? That's perfectly fine. It's not for everyone. I completely get that you wouldn't like it. Like, it's not very like highbrow culture. It's very basic, but I enjoy it. I don't watch a lot of movies, I might add, or TV shows for that matter. Like, I don't have time. For those of you who are on my Discord, you know that I'm juggling a lot of things. I am working a full-time job, I'm streaming, I am playing multiple games at the same time, reading multiple books at the same time. I don't really have time to enjoy movies and such a lot, but yeah, when I do, often it can be rom-com and stuff. Like, it's nice. I love shipping people. Sounds like someone would say on the West African coast in 700. Oh my god! No. No. Absolutely not. That is not what we are talking about here. No. Anyway, guys, let's take a stretcher break. Do take the time to stretch as well. It's not good to sit still for too long. Need to get some blood flow in those writing hands of yours. So yeah, let's stretch. And also, as I have mentioned earlier, the stream, if you haven't already, join my Discord. It's a nice place to be. We have a nice community, and also it is the best place to get announcements from me, really. Whether it be like bonus streams like today. This stream today was not really planned. So yeah, bonus streams, cancel streams, which is not as fun as bonus streams, but you know, and basically anything. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Hello, Umiko, welcome, welcome. You're having dinner? Yeah, we are having a break now, so dinner is perfect. I will be back, guys. Don't leave the stream. I will be back. See you soon. Hello, I'm back. Whew, that was a nice stretch. I hope you guys had a nice break as well. Dudor, why haven't you had breakfast? Eat something! You need to eat! Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, they say at least, so eat! Especially if you're gonna be working your brain now with like, I am guessing you are making shorts, that's what you usually do when we are doing writing streams, so eat! Eat! I continue working on characters. Oh, you're being productive, Kimberly. I love that. Although you should get up at some point and move around a bit. It's not good to sit still for too long. I know I'm nagging you guys about it, but it really is important. Like, I am not an old person. I still manage to get a blood clot in my leg. And it's not a pleasant experience, I can tell you that. Although it wasn't only because I was sitting still, I was flying. So that was like one of the things that contributed to it. And I was at the time on birth control pills as well, which might have also added to it. But still, sitting still for too long is not good. Which I noticed because my leg has basically never been the same since that happened. And whenever I sit still for too long, I actually hurt really bad in my leg. So that's one reason why we are doing these stretcher breaks so much, because it's not only me being like paranoid or being like, oh, we need to move around, like it's really a thing. Like, I actually get hurt in my leg if I don't stand up and move around for a bit. So yeah, and that's why I also encourage you guys to do it, because I care about you and I don't want you to suffer. So, you know. But yeah, I think we should start writing some more. Although I'm not really excited to do it. I feel like I could drag this out forever because yeah, I am still struggling. I am struggling so bad, guys. This is why is it so hard to write? Like, I feel like any other skill would be, is it like if I were a painter, I don't know if painting actually is easier. It probably isn't, but for me, in my head, I feel like that's easier because you just do. You don't really need to think as much. Maybe you actually do, because I'm not a painter, so I can't. But like with writing, you need to think about every single word, and it's like, how do words? What are words? What am I? You know, it's yeah. So should we make more shipping jokes? No. I think we should just rip the bandage off. I mean, Kimberly is already working, so we might as well. We might as well get the ball rolling. Writing is easier to edit, at least. Not really. Like, it depends. But for me, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the editing part, because I would say that editing is easier because yeah, it's you have already the text in front of you. It's easier to tweak an already existing text rather than dealing with a blank page. Blank page is like, it's horror material. My God. Nevermore. Hello, welcome. But yeah, it is a struggle. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the editing phase, because yeah, working with a blank page, it's scary. It's very scary. Whereas working with an already existing text, it might be difficult, but it's easier, I would say. Although with editing, you actually have to be good, which you don't really have to with the first draft. So there's that. Always nice to meet you writers. What genre do you write? I am writing fantasy, currently attempting to write romantasy, and oh my god, we are getting a raid as well! Hello raiders! Hi! Raiding makes us sound so aggressive. Think of us as writerly neighbors dropping by with donuts. Oh, donuts, that sounds awesome. That sounds really tasty. Hello everyone! My god! I am not used to this. This is exciting. Usually Twitch is very new for me. Like I basically started out on YouTube, so my community is a lot bigger there. So I get so surprised whenever I get activity over on Twitch. Hello raiders, welcome, welcome. I just joined the last stream for less than a minute and I'm here. Well, that's awesome, awesome. You are very welcome to be here. I am not done with the stream, so if you wanna hang out here, then you are very welcome to. Though I'm afraid my raid is probably mostly fallen asleep to still help with the numbers. They really do. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. That's it made me so happy. Thank you very much. Every time I jump into someone, they get a raid. Yeah, I've been being raided quite frequently this last couple of streams, actually. It's quite nice. Like I said, that's one feature that it's very nice with Twitch. I wish YouTube had something similar. Because, yeah, as you say, Angst, it really does help with the numbers. So, yeah. But as I was talking about what genre I'm writing fantasy / romantasy. Currently working on vampire story, since I'm a vampire myself. So it's like I struggle with describing my story. I think this is a author thing, maybe. I don't know how to describe your story. It's basically a story about two countries in conflict with one another. One is ruled by elves, while the other is ruled by vampires. The elves are not really in conflict with the vampires, but they don't really like the vampires either. But there were two vampire families that basically were joined together, but then they split up because one of the families assassinated the royal family, which the other family didn't really approve of, and yeah, and right now there's like a competition in order to think the Hunger Games but for vampires. And I feel like I'm doing a terrible job describing my story today, guys. What is wrong with me? It's basically a competition to win the princess's hand in marriage. And it's kind of like the Hunger Games. Not really, but because it's only like this first competition that is kind of Hunger Games based. Like they're out in the wild right now trying to survive a full month out in the wild. And basically what's happened right now is that my main character, Lucy, who is a vampire, has entered the competition to basically fight for the royal family's sake, so that the princess does not have to get married to one of these people. But he's clearly in a disadvantage because he's a vampire and he's fighting against vampires. So yeah, it's a political marriage to grab the throne, really. Yes, as Dudu said. I love that you can describe my story better than I can. Oh my god. Maybe not awake enough. Yeah, I think I'm not awake enough. This is still very early. Like, I usually eat breakfasts this time. I wanted to do an early stream though, because I feel like it's more productive to stream and write rather than it is to sleep and eat. So you're too close to it is all. Yeah. That is definitely the case. And also I haven't really thought of a like blurb text or anything yet, so whenever someone asks what my story is about, it's like, vampires? And elves? Also it's an urban setting. which is fun. It's an urban setting, but not our world. So yeah, if you could tell it in 50 words, you wouldn't be using thousands. Indeed, indeed. That is a very accurate saying there. Yeah, definitely. It's tough describing your own story because you have so many details and you're like, but how do I describe this the best? How do I condense it? You know. I also usually eat breakfast from now, but someone decided to stream early. Well, yes, I did. Yes, I did, Duder. We are being productive today. That doesn't prevent you from grabbing some nuts. Exactly, Duder. I'm streaming. You are only here watching. You can grab something to eat, you know? You can definitely grab something to eat while you are watching. You're not even writing, Duder. So I don't know what your excuse is. Yeah, it's sort of like an urban fantasy, I guess you could say. Like urban fantasy slash romantasy. I'm not sure if like it's a mix of everything. Like it's a bit high fantasy as well. Like it's complicated. I don't really know my own genre, so there's that. It's gonna be great to market this thing. Hopefully I will get a publisher to pick me up and I don't have to deal with that myself, but we will see. After stream is lunch, I'm getting hungry. Yeah, it's gonna be lunch for me too after the stream, since I have had breakfast early, so yeah. Anyway, guys, I think it's enough yapping for now. I think it's time to start the second sprint. So for everyone new here, what we are gonna do now is that I'm going to start a timer, and we are going to write for 25 minutes. And during that time, I'm not going to look at chat, I'm not going to talk to chat, but if you are not part of the writing and such, you can still hang out in chat and relax, talk to each other or anything, but just know that I won't really look at chat during that time. Lunch, what part of the world are we in? I am in Sweden. I am in Sweden, so Europe. Northern Europe. I imagine Lolly's book would have as many tags as words. Maybe. I don't know. I'm hitting all the boxes. Why choose? Why choose a genre when you can have all of them? What is your genre? Yes. But yeah, let's prepare. So let's put this up. I am preparing my phone so that is ready. Okay guys, I will start the timer now, so good luck everyone and have fun. Alright, second sprint done. Good job, everyone. Just up there. There we go. Love Cream, hello, welcome, welcome. Well, I hope it went well for everyone. I feel like the second sprint actually went better for me than the second sprint, than the first sprint rather. So yeah, Nevermore, welcome back, welcome back. Made a lot of progress, now I need to do the other previous forms. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, a lot of work. I feel like this went quite good actually. I'm gonna check how many words I managed to write. It felt like it flowed a bit better than last time. Where the heck did I start though? There. Let's see. Yeah, it went better. Still not the same as usually during writing sprints, but still better. 555. So that's great. And Day, hello, welcome. Happy I hopped on to hear that. Yeah, that's great news. I'm quite happy about that. So I actually made some progress today with the chapter, and I'm at a good place to actually keep writing. I mean, I'm not out of the slump yet. That's sadly not how this works, but I am in a place where I can at least work with it, hopefully. Hopefully it won't take a full month until the next time I'm I'm writing something. So yeah. Yep, Day's over on Twitch now. I mean, I think he usually is over on both, but he usually picks like one as his main place to be. I mean, do tell me if I'm wrong about that, Day, but yeah. But it's a good thing to be over on Twitch too. Twitch is a nice place to be as well. You can be wherever you want to be. That's the charm of multi-streaming, so... Too tired to do my both setup today. Okay, I see. Well, Twitch do need viewer count still. I'm actually quite on a good way to become affiliate. I checked on my progress yesterday when I was like setting up the stream to be a writing stream, and I'm on a good way, but what I need is more concurrent viewers and also more followers. But we're getting there, so... He did just wake up after all. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we were very early today, so I'm just happy we managed to have one mod with us today, even though we haven't really needed it. I feel like modding is not really as needed during the writing streams as opposed to my gaming streams. I mean, I guess during the actual sprint someone can still be a troll and stuff and I won't be able to see it, but there are no risks of spoilers or anything, because what are they gonna spoil for me? My story? Yes, please, do spoil my story. I need to know what's gonna happen, because I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm at a good spot to continue now, which is good, but I'm still gonna have to work with this block that I'm having, because it's quite strong. It went easier this time, as I have said already, but it was still very difficult to formulate words and stuff. Like, why is it so hard to formulate words sometimes? Like, I don't understand that phenomenon. Like, I think I have mentioned this before. I feel like I mentioned it a lot, but I think that it's just such a good meme. I saw a meme one time, I think it was over on Instagram, like, a writer should start doing running as a hobby, because it is important to have a hobby that you hate more than writing. And I feel like that is such a mood, because I love writing, but I also freaking hate it, because it's always a struggle. Or rather, writing hates me. Like, it's always a struggle to formulate the words, to keep the flow going, to figure out how to fix plot holes and whatever, and where to go next. I mean, I guess it's easier if you are not a pantser, because that's what I am very much. Like, I have a very vague outline, but I know some writers really have their full story figured out before they even do anything, and yeah, that is yeah. That is not something I can do, because that would like take away the joy from it, because I want to figure stuff out and be like, oh my god, this makes so much sense now. Like, you know, I love those eureka moments, but at the same time it's a struggle when they don't come. So that's tough. I would say read more. I am reading a lot. I am. Probably should read more Swedish books, because right now I'm mostly only reading English books. But I feel like my sense of words is perfectly fine. Like, it's but yeah, it's just it's been a struggle. Like I remember one time when I entered a sort of super flow thing, and I wrote for like 3 hours straight, and it just flowed, and everything was perfect. But yeah, otherwise I typically struggle with it a lot. But I do still enjoy it. I really do. I do enjoy writing stories. I do love making up stories and characters, but it's always a struggle with like how to, even though I know exactly what I'm going to write, it's still a struggle. It's like my body is just like, nope, this is work. Stop working, you know? I have that problem too with my stress come from my day job. That doesn't help me either. Like, I am working full-time. Streaming is still just a hobby for me. And I'm always very tired during the weekdays, which makes it so that I don't write then. And then I tend to prioritize like reading or gaming when I'm having a weekend. So that, yeah. And I feel like if I wrote more consistently, more often, like if I found that routine to write, I feel like it would be easier. But when you only do it now and again, then it becomes difficult. So yeah. I typically read fantasy. I say that you ask what genres I'm into. I read mostly fantasy. It's my go-to genre. And you need to take lots of showers because that's always where you get the best ideas. Yeah, I don't know if I... Sometimes I get ideas from showering. I'm more like when I take a walk or whenever I'm going out on a road trip, like a longer road trip, and I'm not the one driving. I can also be the one driving, but mostly when I'm like just sitting in the car and just looking out the window and just let my mind wanders, that's when I get most of my ideas, like either walking or going on a long car ride. Either of those I don't do a lot. I do plenty of walking, but that's like to and from work, and then I'm too tired to think of anything. But yeah. But I mean, I'm not completely out of ideas. That's not the issue here. Like I have ideas, and I know sort of where I want the story to go. Like I feel like I have the most important plot points already. But yeah, it's the... I have a cat hair in my eye. Is anyone surprised about that? I am not. But just forcing the words out on paper, that's what's difficult. And I think it might be a bit of, I guess, fear that it won't come out as good as it is in my head. Like I have a very clear image in my head, but it never really turns out that way on paper. So I feel like there might be some sort of reluctancy there, like, oh, but if I write it out, it's not going to be as good as it is in my head. But yeah. But I have done some progress today, and I have done some progress in general. I mean, I'm on 133 word pages, 51,789 words. So, I mean, I'm getting there. I get the best ideas when I'm in a position where I can't act on it right away, then I forget half of it. That's also a thing. Like, I tend to think a lot of my writing up on when I'm working, and I'd be like super eager, yeah, I'm gonna go home and write. And then I don't, because I'm too tired. I'm more of a walking or music person when I have to get ideas. Yeah, walking definitely helps. And also having... One thing that I think is really helping me is having a good soundtrack for your story. So listening to music that fits the mood or the characters of the story. Like all of my characters have their own song. Like having that and be out and walking and listening to their soundtrack actually does help a lot with creativity. But once you sit down, at least once I sit down in front of the Word document, it's always a battle, but it's never really been this bad before. I think I mentioned this before too, that I feel like I am sort of in a somewhat burnout state, like not completely, because I still have energy to do things, but I feel like my energy is a lot more uh, dampened. Is that how you say it? Like it's lowered and not as strong. I still do the things I love and I still get happy from doing them, but yeah, the energy is definitely lower, and I feel like that is also one thing that is affecting my writing a lot right now, because it is a lot of work to write, and when your brain is not really capable of going into work mode that way, it's difficult. My character's version is a song this writing session. Of course I had to write their song first. Awesome. Yeah, that is one thing that I think is really cool. Writing songs. Like, I have, for example, I have, when I started streaming, I did stream The House in Fata Morgana, which is a visual novel. And there are a few like song parts in there, and I always find that so funny when you see like songs in books, or in this case the visual novels, because on one part my brain is like, oh, this is a song, I need to sing it, but then I'm so terrible at like coming up with a melody for it, so it's a struggle between like, do I imagine this as a song or do I do it as a like poem thing? You know? So, but songs in written text is actually quite interesting. That's a like whole different type of writing as well. It's more like poetry related and stuff, which I find really cool. I cannot for the life of me write a song if I try, even if I tried. So very impressive that you can do that. Yeah. When do we get your There We Go song? Never. Oh no, dude, already have an idea. Oh no. Is this gonna be another short that I'm going to hate secretly, but also kind of love it? This is the issue when you're having your mods making your shorts for you. You don't really have control of what they are, in what light they are showing you. So one of them scans to the Pokemon theme song. Oh, I see. The Pokemon theme song is great. And I feel it's such an interesting song because that song is good in whatever language you're listening to it. It really is just good all around. Like, I love the Pokemon theme song. Because I thought it would be weird to listening to it like in English when I've grown up with it in Swedish, but the English version is great. Swedish version is great. I recently heard the Finnish version because one of my mods here, is Finnish, and we were kind of talking about it, and I got curious. He says it's atrocious, but I thought it sounded kind of good. Like, it sounded kind of power metal. I mean, it's Finnish, so of course it sounds like power metal, but like, it's so far I have yet to hear a bad version of the Pokemon song. The Pokemon song is great, honestly. Anyway, guys, I think it's about time to start wrapping things up, go and have some lunch and rest for the rest of the day. Let's see, but it's an in-universe human accepting a demon's invitation to a music battle. That sounds super cool. I would love to read that. That sounds really, really cool. That sounds awesome. Well, yeah, I think it's about time to wrap this up. Even though I'm loving this, I'm having so much fun, but my body is starting to scream food lolly. So yeah, but I'm gonna mention it just again because there are a lot of new people here today. So do join my Discord if you want to. We do have a whole channel there dedicated to writing and other creative stuff. So I definitely recommend it, and also we have a nice community there. So yeah, highly recommend it. If you haven't heard Emily Dickinson to the Pokemon's theme song yet, look up on YouTube. I will. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that because I'm gonna forget the name. So hang on, I'm just gonna... There. now I have it on screenshot, so I'm gonna go and take a look at that, definitely. Thank you for the tips. That I will do, definitely. Well, thank you so much for being with me here today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.